Oh, my pretty.
So I need to pick up some dog food, some produce, and I need to get my flu shot. All at the same time. Gotta love this country. Time to get the flu shot. Time to get the flu shot. Wait in the little room for your flu shot. That's what I'm doing, I'm waiting.
Oh. Don't hit your head. What am I doing? This is actually my commercial van that I have at the warehouse. And my son's going to drive it down with me to the beach house. And we're loading the hell out of this thing because basically I got a brand new house and I have to stock it with everything that we need. Matter of fact, these big boxes down here, let me show you. All these big boxes right here, there's actually a queen and a king luxury mattress. It's those mattress in a box that you cut them open and they expand, and it's coils and a pillow top. I'll be doing a review on them for you guys, but man, we didn't want to use 20-year-old mattresses that were down there at the house. Plus, everything else you need. But fishing rods are the critical aspect here today. So, I tried. Fat guys should not work inside vans. So, I originally was just going to run something along the top, but it's a pain in the butt because we come in and out of here, we're hitting heads on the reels. So I had just some bungee cords, and I drove it around the block. You could put, I could put something solid, but again, I want the head space. So I went on Amazon and I bought some fishing rod holders that I'll also install at the house. So these are just plastic fishing rod holders and you screw them in. So after much digging for screws and drill bits, I think I can do this. I'm not sure. Sorry. So again, commercial van, and I'm just screwing into these little side rails here. Just one screw because it's metal, it'll hold it. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rods in this large of a section here, and then I got room for another 4 rods here. And these are not small rods. I mean, this is a Penn Squall 30, which is a large reel on a larger rod. I have 2 surf rods. So there's the finished, and there's the finish there. So much better. I ordered a bunch of these, so when I get to the actual beach house, we can actually wall or ceiling mount. We can wall mount these rods rather than having them stand in a corner. When you stand them in a corner, they always get tangled and damaged. So this is a much better system here. All right, so I got my son and I are going to be going down to the beach house at the end of the week, and I'll be taking cameras down there and shooting videos for you. Mainly because I want to talk about the renovation project we're doing, plus we're going to be doing landscaping and lawn stuff. So the hard part about this, if you don't realize this, is basically we got a brand new house and there's nothing down there on a day-to-day basis. So we need to think real hard about what we need down there. I need tools. I need toothbrush, toothpaste. I need stuff, and I need stuff for projects we're going to be working on. So, I mean, I've got bags of Humichar. I've got bags of PGF, original PGF, low phosphorus. I've got 50 pounds of annual ryegrass. I got mattresses, I got kitchen stuff, I got all the fishing gear, I got coffee maker, new coffee maker. What else we got? We got paper towel, we got toilet paper, we got towels, bed sheets. All that stuff we got to load in here. It's all that stuff we got to take down. And I'm trying to get this all done on this one trip. So that's where I am. So I still got to get a spreader. I got to put a spreader in here. I got a big long list of stuff I got to put in here. But I got my architectural as-is drawings back. So the as-is drawing is the drawing from the architect, the building as is. And then the next step is that he will actually do the drawings for the renovations and changes we're going to make. Basically, it has a small wraparound porch on it. What we want to do is we want to take that front porch area and we're going to shoot a beam right into the middle of the front roof and come out with a really big front porch. So that front porch will be 30 feet wide on the front and probably 16 feet deep, covered and screened. We're going to move the front steps all around to the back. We're going to put a new fence on the back. We got a lot of work to be done. So I'll be meeting with my general contractor, Kevin. I'll be meeting with the architect. I'll probably meet with the actual the guy, the ordinance permit guy down there. I figured I'd see if I could get him out there too. So that's what I'm doing little by little each day. But today we have had, let me shut this up. We have had, still with gray skies out here, we have had rain, rain, rain. We've had lots of rain and clouds, which is great for the germination. All my germinations are just taking off like crazy. But I haven't been able to cut any grass. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down, and what I'm going to do today with you guys is I'm just going to go down and cut the green. Oh. I'll probably do I'll do a full cut. I'll cut the collar and the actual green today. And what else? That's about it. I'll show you. Let me walk over there and show you the actual fairway. Now we've done 2 seedings. The initial seed came up. It was a little bit light for what I like, so I put out a second seed, annual rye. So you can see the bright green strip here. This is all that rye that's germinated. Now the tall stuff is all the first germination. The second germination is coming up under it. I mentioned that you can't cut this stuff with a reel mower right now. You can cut annual rye with a reel, but not for the first couple of weeks. And why is that? It's because the blades are very fine and they don't bounce back. So if you use something with a roller on the front, when you go over it, they actually fold down and stay down. So the first couple of weeks, really you have to use some kind of rotary mower. So I ordered a special mower for you guys. It's going to be in here tomorrow. I'm going to show it to you and do a review on it. But if I'll give you an example, we'll watch this. You can see what happens. So if you take a roller right now and roll this, the grass doesn't, this or young grass, fine grass, doesn't bounce back up. And you really want to leave it at about 1.5 inches when it's young, so that it can actually gather some of that sunlight and actually do a little bit of root development before you start cutting it with, shorter. So like I said, today I'm just going to cut the green, and Jess is coming over tomorrow and we'll do a bunch of other stuff. But that's where I am right now. Howdy. If you have a reel mower, there's a good little trick that you can use for your cleaning, even for long-term storage. I don't recommend using something like a WD-40 on the blades here, especially for long-term storage. You're better off to use a polymer quick wax. But today I'm not waxing the blades. This old roller bar here, the old roller bar, it's kind of rough, and it has some rust spots on it, and it's actually picking up dirt on the green. So I'm just going to use some coarse sanding block, or a fine one. I just happen to have a coarse. I'll get some of that off there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray this on. And basically you're making your roller bar and your blades hydrophobic, so it repels water, which is kind of where you want to be. nasty, isn't it? But if you're going to store your reel mower, clean all this crap, which I failed to do. Clean all that crap off your blades carefully, because you will cut your fingers. Once you get it all clean and it's dry, and come by with a little polymer and spray it, and that's a really good way to store it. So anyways, today I'm just going to go over, I'm going to cut the collar. I have 2 collars, and then I have the green. I figured I'd just give her a real quick cut because it's been raining for 2 days. I'm not going to really shortcut it. I'm just going to cut it, get it, and keep it manageable, because we just did that seating on it.
Hold up just a minute, been looking for some help just to find myself. Yeah, been losing my focus like 1,000 times before. Can't take this anymore, 'cause I've been looking for something to change thoughts into motion. Been waiting way too long. Yeah, waiting just for somebody to love and to surround me and to handle my emotions. I was out waiting for something, and if I close my eyes, it's all been a waste of time. I was out driving every mile, and now if I rewind, it's all been a waste of time. It's all been a waste of time. How could somebody be with someone else if you can't be by yourself? Yeah, I got my problems. Lately I've been fading out, holding out, waiting just for somebody to love and to surround me and to handle my emotion. I was out waiting for something, and if I close my eyes, it's all been a waste of time. I was out driving every mile, and now if I rewind, it's all been a...
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to putt it a little bit, see what happens. Okay, hole maintenance time. So I will tell you that several people have said that the cup should be a 1/2 inch below the surface. That's true if it's a regulation golf course. If it's a home golf course, you make it even with the surface, because it's not going to be moved, people. So if you are moving your hole every 24 to 72 hours, then you sink your cup below. If it's permanent, you leave it just even with it and just trim it. Because we're not moving this. We haven't moved this cup all year, and we're not gonna move it. So you keep it, otherwise the soil will collapse. All right, so I really don't want to walk on this a whole bunch because I've got newly germinated grass. Just like the other grass, it's gentle. Some people ask me why I don't use a grass catcher. I do when I have an established green. But on a new green like this, where it's just germinating, I like the clippings to go back on top, just like we did on the fairway, just to help cover up that seed, because we're about to have 5 days of sun and no rain. So a little bit of grass clippings on top actually helps. Doesn't help your putting, but it helps the new germination. That's why I left it. I should stop there, I really should. A little bit of right to left on that one. Oh, see how it's rolling so smooth right now.
So, interesting point. We've put Humichar and PGF balanced on the back and on the front. And we've had 2 days of rain, and we have had warm weather move in the 80s, low 80s. So what does that mean? It means my Bermuda's starting to get a little bit of energy. So I got to cut this shag carpet back here. It's just so thick, dude. I mean, you have to walk on this to understand just how thick it is. Just how thick that is. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that. It's going to be a pain in the butt to cut. It really is. So, what I'll probably have to do is I'll have to bump up one of the reel mowers, make sure I got a real sharp blade on it tomorrow. Jess is going to come over and she's going to cut the front and the back. And then I'm going to show you guys this new mower on the fairway over here. So, it's interesting. It's interesting how this young grass is so fine and almost delicate, and that's why you kind of want to leave it alone. So what I'll do is I'll sort of cut this down in stages. So tomorrow, this grass is getting up close to 3 inches. So tomorrow I'll probably take 1 inch off of it, and we'll cut it down to 2. And then I'll give it 2 or 3 days, and then I'll come out and I'll cut it maybe down to 1.5 inches. And then get it down to a manageable point where I'm close to maybe about 1 inch. And we'll see what happens. We'll see. By that time, the blades should thicken up and have some bounce to them. So I think we can use a reel mower on them. Because Jess is going to come over and she's going to be cutting while I'm down here. She's got fairway duty and green duty while I'm down at the beach. Most of this is germination number 1. So anyways, guys, just a quiet Monday afternoon, just sort of prepping the rest of this week. I got to prep up for the trip and figure out what I got to take down, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.